What is up, everybody? It's your boy Brian from Brian's Custom Auto, and I'm coming at you today to find out, will we, is it at all possible that we can get this heap running and holding oil pressure, and maybe do a couple other things along the way. So sit back, relax, watch this video, and see how far we actually make it this time, because we got all the time in the world and nothing else can possibly go wrong, right? See what's up under the shop there? It's the F-150. We are getting back on that thing. You can see Dusty hanging out up under there. So as you know, let me get you caught up to speed real quick. First, you need to comment, like, and subscribe, okay? Because if you hadn't done that, then what are you even doing? Number 2, don't question my flags. And number 3, we have put everything new in this truck. New heads, new cams, new tensioner guides, new tensioners, new chains, new oil pump, new oil, new filter. We've had new injectors, including went back to a number reading oil pressure gauge, which is mounted on a pillar with the boost gauge, and we keep losing oil pressure. It'll crank up cold 80 psi, and within just no time it starts dwindling back down. Within about 10 minutes it's at 0. Now what's ironic about this is once you get down to 0, the engine doesn't make any noise. So I thought maybe it was the gauge. It's not the gauge. There's a legitimate problem once this thing gets warmed up. So we're going to drop the oil out right now and see if there's any kind of metal shavings in it or anything like that, which I highly doubt, because we've already had the valve covers back off of this again too, when we had to put the oil pump in, and nothing in there was phased. So I mean, it's getting oil up to the top of the engine. It's getting oil moving around. We just don't know where the pressure goes once it hits 0. And of course, once it hits 0, you don't keep running it. So let's get this oil dropped out and see what's going on in there, and I'll bring you guys back in just a minute. All right, we are under said truck, and we've got the oil plug loose. Let's go ahead and get that off of there. Here, go ahead. Well, you got to put the wrench on it. I didn't get that loose. Let's move the light where we can see a little bit. Oil change, dun dun dun. If we don't get this oil changed, we're gonna lose the shop, as Tony Angelo would say, and then Pole Barn Garage copied. I like that though, because he's right. All these channels act like just doing an oil change is, if they don't get oil change done, it's the end of the world. And all this. So Pole Barn actually, here, it should be loose enough now. Pole Barn does it, talks about it as if people are just stupid. Daggone. I don't remember that oil plug being that irritating. I'm getting it, it's just... Guys, I really need a lift. Ben Pack, hit me up, guys, for real. There we go. I don't see anything too bizarre in it. Crap. What? Oh. So, we almost had oil on the ground. Yep. Very close to having oil on the ground, actually.
At least you didn't forget to pull the plug.
Right.
Opening the air valve.
Okay, we're gonna have to fix that. So but that's what I'm praying for, is that it's just got sediment in the bottom of this pan from where it was treated so perfectly by the people that was doing the oil changes, or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't care. I just want the problem fixed. you know. I get told that it got religious oil changes, but when I take the engine apart and look at the inside of it, that's not what I'm finding, you know, sludge monster. So, and the only reason you would have a sludge monster is if the oil wasn't changed. And, you know, previous owner says they changed it religiously, so that tells me that the person that they were paying, the shade tree guy they were paying to do the oil changes, did not do the oil changes. All right, let's see if we can pull anything out of here. Let's see. Oh yeah, guys. See if you can see that. See that black right there? That come out the oil pan, which is more sludge. So that's where we're at. Okay, everybody, wardrobe change. I'm gonna let the minions work on the truck while we gone. Like that really happens. Big channel stuff. We are finding some metal in the oil. I'm not real sure if that is remnants from the last heads that was on it, eating the cam and all that. But that could be a lot of the problems of what's going on. So, but it's cold today. The snow was thick this morning for us, and I just ain't feeling it. I'm like an iguana. I'm a tropical thing. So me and Becky and little Luna here is going to head to Johnson City. So that's going to be it for today. So I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, so hard at it and trying to pull the oil pan off. And it turns out, in fact, I do have to raise the engine. Hi-ho, under the truck I go. All right, let's see. There we are, right up in there. Can you see those two 18mm bolts? There's two of them in there. One right above the other. Anyway, we got to take those two bolts loose on each side. Let's see. Can you see them? Anyway, there's those, and then there's two more over there. So, and I want you to see something. We took the filter off as well. And see all that black soot in there? Just more of the well maintenancing done. So, anyhow, I am going to turn this camera off for a minute, because as you can see, I'm on my back under this truck. Come on, bin pack, hook the brother up with a 4-post. And yeah, it's cold too. But anyway, we'll get this loose and get rolling. Well, we got the oil pan off. We got the pickup tube off. Now, I may be wrong before I go any further here and show y'all the damage, but I don't think this is supposed to look like this. And, well, I'm going to sound like Uncle Bucko here. Lack of maintenance, okay? Yeah, okay. Now, that's not the horrible part. Let's keep going here. Uh-huh. That's the base inside the oil pan. Right? Now, any bit of that, let's just take a scooper here and do this. Can you see how thick that is? So, I think we have found our issue. Yeah. But that's not it. That's not by itself. Wait till you see the pickup tube. Dun dun dun. This is the worst I think I have ever seen. Like, that is solid. That's supposed to be, I don't know, guys. That is the worst I have ever in my entire life seen. And here we are. I got the oil pan sitting down in the parts washer. Got it filled up with some diesel fuel, letting it go sit here and soak. For tonight, we've got a brand new pickup tube coming for in the morning. It'll be here by the time I get out of church. And yeah, so we're just going to let this baste. Guys, this is why I say, if you ever get the opportunity to get one of these things, it is so worth the money. Which, I mean, I got this one for little to nothing. And, I mean, you can find them that way. People have them, and they think something's wrong with them or whatever. Oh, it don't work or nothing. Just check the pump. So, anyway, we're going to let this sit overnight and baste like a turkey. And let all that gunk down inside there break up real good. Did not want to do that. That's the downfall of these parts washers, is once that stuff gets on you, it's on you, and it stinks. But we'll shut the lid and leave it, and I'll bring you guys back. Did it again, bright and early in the morning. So hang tight. See you in a second. All right, we are back. It's been a couple days. I've got the parts washer running now. I've let this oil pan set because that stuff in there was super thick. You know, scrape it. You had to chisel it out. Now, with it setting for a couple of days, well, it's full of fluid in there now, but with it setting for a couple of days, you can see, let me get a brush on it. I've got a soft bristle brush right here. You can see that now it will clean out easily. Just letting it sit in diesel fuel, okay? So that's what we're going to do. Now, I'm not going to be able to hold the camera and do this because my luck, I will drop the camera right down in there. And that won't be good. So, we're going to get this cleaned up and I'll bring you back as soon as it's done. So, hang tight. You always want to compare your new part to your old part. And here's the new one. We'll set it right there because that's not that bad. But anyway, there's the new one. Here's the old one, okay? That's bent. Yes, I know I did that. But outside of that, and that's bent because I did that. Anyway, so can you see in there? But that's it. Like, it's awful. Now, the new one, ta-da, you can see through that. So, I may be wrong, guys, but I think we might have found an issue here. And with that being said, like I told you, I let that soak for 2 days. Well, there's the outside of it looking same. But let's see the inside here. Ta-da! That's literally wet. But, I mean, there's still a few little gruffy spots like that right there that, or whatever. But inside there is nothing. It's all cleaned out. And for those of you who want to know what cleaned that, besides the parts washer with diesel fuel, I also finished it with a super clean bath. So, I'll show you what it did to the super clean. Now, those of you who follow my channel know that super clean is the toughest stuff in the world, in my opinion. Right? Well, there's the purple water there from where I was dipping the brush. But that's what that oil pan did to the super clean. It turned it gunk. Yuck. So, yeah. Anyway, we're going to get this truck put back together now, guys. So, hang tight. All right. Well, we got the oil pan on. Now we're trying to put these bolts or nuts back on for the motor mount here. Get that in there. See if I can get this back down. There we go. There's no right way to do this. Anyway, I got to get them 2 nuts tightened up. I'll hang on. Try it again. So we got the oil pan bolts back in on the front. Got the engine set back down. Got all those oil pan bolts in. Got a nice clean oil pan. Now it's time to put the oil filter on, which y'all don't need to see how to do that because that's easy. It's harder for me to get up and down than it is to put the oil filter on. Anyhow, so here in just a few minutes we're going to find out if that fixed the oil pressure issue. So bear with me. So guys, initially I thought maybe it was just me going through the ruckus right now. and just nothing working right. But I'm here to tell you, it's not just me. It's the holiday season. Everything's been off ever since we found out that Amazon and Motor Trend, well, Motor Trend's not a thing anymore. Yay. So rest in peace to that. Roadkill, when it first came on years ago, I found it on YouTube, and that's what, got me started making my channel, was because I saw a couple guys doing what I wanted to do. Now, granted, I'm not doing anywhere near the same thing, but I am working on cool cars, But it's not just me going through the crap right now. Like, if you watch Legit Street Cars, poor Alex, he's fighting it too. That Typhoon he just bought, It's like every time you take one step forward, you get knocked 3 steps back, and that's what we're all going through right now. So, But, anyway, if you don't know, for some reason, if you've lived under a rock all this time and don't know, is Mike Finnegan, David Freiberger, all the people that have shows on Motor Trend actually have YouTube channels too. You just gotta go look them up. You got Finnegan's Garage, you got David Newburn. Now, I don't know about Cotton. I hadn't seen anything on Cotton, but Vice Grip Garage, Tony Angelo is Stay Tuned. David Freiberger, and Lucky Costa's got a channel. Alex Taylor's got her channel. So, I mean, yeah, just go out there and search them on YouTube. You'll find them. Which sucks for the small guy like me, because now that they have their channels going, everybody's going to flock to them, and, little guys like me ain't going to get no more subscribers. So, but you never know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, just had to take a second, breathe, and talk to you guys for a minute. Now we're going to put the oil back in that. We got it off the jack stands. Let's see what happens. Somebody pray with me. Somebody come on and pray with me that let's fix this, because I really don't want to have to pull that engine out. So, hang tight. All right, guys. I fired it up, and now it's shut back off. But let me show you. All right, here we go. Oh, no. Oh, no. Actually. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We have oil pieces. And we're already partially up to temperature. Now, I'm not going to video this, okay? I'm just going to take it up and down the drive for a few trips. If it can make it 4 or 5 trips up and down the driveway, we know it'll be right. So let's see what happens. Well, we're on the 4th one, and we finally got the oil pressure to come down some, but it don't stay down. We can handle this. Let me show you. We dropped down to 58. Now let me put it in neutral. Comes up to 68. Rev it up. .58's been the lowest I've seen it so far. Well, that little sway right there when it goes into gear. But the second you touch the gas, it's back up again. So that just tells me that the gauge is working. Oh, that's the lowest I've seen it. Like, I'm starting to think we're doing all right, guys. Let's take this next couple trips up and down, see what it does. Survey says we have oil pressures, all of them, and then some. Guys, that took care of it. So I am stoked about that. I know I promised you guys a big fat nasty burnout, and well, we're gonna have to do this a little bit different, and the reason being is because I don't want to risk a chance of messing anything up with this truck and then have to fix it. I am trying my hardest to be mechanically done with this truck. I want to do all the rest of the stuff. I mean, we got a whole pile of stuff to do. But I want to be mechanically done with it. So, let's not tear it up in the process. We got valid tag and insurance. I got to put the tag on there. And I think we might start, kind of taking it to town and back, go put some gas in it, some good gas, because it's got regular unleaded in it. That's going to help it run a little bit better too. But bottom number on oil pressure, guys. Bottom number on oil pressure was 50 PSI. That was in gear, heated up, holding the foot on the brake, like ready to pull out at a stoplight or something. 50 PSI. So that, and the second, what's crazy is the second you touch the gas, it goes back up to 70 and 80. So the oil pieces are fixed. So that's a big breath of relief on my part. So that means now I get to start beautifying this thing. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm going to make this thing shine like a diamond in a goat's butt. So that meant I don't have to put in main bearings. And don't have to pull an engine out. Yeah, because this thing's got all the power under the sun. And then some. Like it goes. And that supercharger sounds so good. I'm not saying the owner didn't change the oil. I can't say what happened because I wasn't there. I wasn't a part of it. What I can tell you is that's the effects of oil not being changed. And 180,000 miles, 185,000 miles on it. And that's what the pan and the pickup tube looked like. And this is what the fix was. So, yeah, that's what happens. So, next up, guys, we got rear brakes to do. We got tires to change. Still got to put them. Now, I've got to modify the cooling fans to put on the truck because we're still going with the electric cooling fans. But I'll worry about that part and the wiring once I get the front end taken apart because we got to take the whole front end back apart. Plus, that gauge pillar, that set of gauge post thing, I don't like it. It's ugly. It don't fit right. No matter what I do, I can't make it fit right. You can see the wires sticking out. No matter what I do, I can't make it get any better. There's gaps up there. So, yeah, we're going to take that order the right one and put that on there. So, we got new seat covers coming for it. I got to change another door handle. And, yeah. So, there's still a ton of work to do on this thing. But the fact that it is mechanically right now, score one up for the good guys. All right, everybody, we're back. It's a new day, and as you can tell, it's cold. Temperature's like 34, which seems like it would be warm. But with the wind blowing, it's down like 16. So it's cold. But in the meantime, I've got to go down here to the mailbox. And yeah, it's the bad luck just keeps coming. So as you know, or maybe don't know, I hadn't told you, I don't know. That's how bad it's been. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We did. But in the process of everything, my dryer went out, my water heater went out, and the water pump on the Trailblazer went out. So yeah. So we're going to go down here to the mailbox on the four-wheeler at 16 degrees. It's all right. We got this. We got this. We got this. Yep, we're set. Now, will this old thing fire up? Let's see. Ooh, it sounded a little weak, didn't it? We're gonna let her warm up a minute. She's been a good four-wheeler though, I'll tell you. She's been real good. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked with my purchase on this one. It's been the best employee I've had yet. once I got that green stuff, I put that green goo in the tires because they all leaked. Now I got one that's a little low, but I can still run it. So yeah. Anyway, as soon as I get back, we're putting the radio in that truck. So let's get it done. So there wasn't nothing in the mail, but we're back at the truck. So I'll show you what we're doing. So we are installing this guy here, right? It is a Boss something. I'll give you the numbers and all that in a minute because it's a really, really nice radio. But I've had to do some dash modifying. Luckily, there's the ring that goes around all this with the vents that should be fine. But we just had to put both of those sides on for it to lock in. Now, if you look inside there, let me turn the light on here. If you look inside there, you can see I had to do some cutting. Because the original radio right there, see how the top kind of goes down at an angle? Well, inside the dash there, you can see where that black piece is right there. There was a whole plate that went across the top. So now that's gone. And now the radio fits in like it's supposed to. Now, before I set this all the way in and leave it permanently in there, I've got to run the backup camera. This stereo has a backup camera and a DVD player. And I know you're not supposed to do this, but I am going to wire it where the DVD player will play when you're driving down the road. Why? Because that's what he wants. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. You got, check this out on the wires. You have reverse input right there. You got this one here, which is stripped for a reason, which is, if I can get my fingers to it, they put nice big tags on here so you can see exactly what everything is. All right, so that's the parking brake one that we have to do a certain something with. This one here is rear camera power. So we need to wire that to the rear camera. I'm not real sure how I got to do that. I'll figure it out in a minute and let you know. But in the meantime, yeah, you got steering wheel controls on here too on this radio. And this was on Amazon for like $100, but it's a Boss. And I know that's not like top of the line by any means, but it's what the guy ordered and it's what he wants in here. And it's a nice radio and it'll fit real nice. So we're going to go ahead and get the backup camera ran and all that stuff and get it in here. And then we get to start cleaning all this junk out of here. Because guys, we're done with the engine. We are definitely ordering the new A-pillar. We're probably going to lose this oh crap handle, but that is perfectly fine. Because this, I don't want leaving out of here looking like that with my name on it. So, we got to change that. I mean, it's mounted in there solid, but it looks like crap. Look at that. Look at that. I'm not letting that out of here like that. That's stupid looking. And the gauges don't tilt right. It's just cheap junk. So, yeah, we're getting that out. But I'll bring it back in a minute. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Turn the light off here. See what we got here. Heck yeah. Watch a video while driving is against federal law. Okay. As long as that does what it's supposed to, we'll be set. Beautiful. Heck yes. We can watch movies while driving down the road. Wait till you see what's playing. Yes, it's VeggieTales. But hey, it works. And you can switch over to backup camera as soon as I hook the camera up in the back. So there we go. So there you have it. Stereo is in. DVD player works. I've got to mount the camera, but I'll figure out the best location for that. But aside from that, everything else is done. It comes on and operates like it's supposed to with the reverse lamps, and it plays DVDs without having to have the e-brake set. And we found out what the issue with the oil pressure was and got that taken care of. So guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Now follow along, because we're going to continue on. All from here is up, meaning paint and body and interior, and we got new seat covers coming, and we got to do those, and we got to move the badges from one set of seats to, yeah, all that stuff. So all that's still to come. So make sure you're subscribed so you can see all of it, and all that fun stuff there has to come back apart so we can do the paint work on it, and we still have all that to put on. So that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see y'all on the next one.